Hi, my name's Ariana Kanaya. I'm an LCTV correspondent.
I'm Grace Bentkowski, and I'm also an LCTV correspondent.
I sat down with Dr. Veracco to talk about school shootings.
And I sat down with Corporal Patrick to talk about LC protocol.
February 14th, last Wednesday, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas lost 17 of its students to a school shooter. Is there anything you would like parents and students to know about this situation and how it affects or relates to LC?
There's an opportunity here for us to have a conversation about
what are the things that we might be able to consider doing.
So you mentioned how the school board and the various towns would be in on the conversation for safety precautions. So is that a conversation that is currently happening?
It hasn't happened yet, but we had a guest at our school board meeting who brought up we need to have an armed officer on every floor of the high school. Also have some people who may not want us to add more security. So we have to find where is that middle ground.
A lot of talk about nationwide walkouts, school walkouts, all-day walkouts. So will students and staff at Lake Central be able to participate in these walkouts, or will they be punished, and how severely?
I see no reason to punish anybody.
First walkout is the 17-minute variety. I would like to think that our adults would want to stand with students and say, hey, let's have the conversation. What are all the little things we can do to combat this problem? Now, I do think we need to have limits. I don't think we want people leaving school grounds.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us and answering my questions. Is there anything that you would like to just add or say?
Yeah, there is.
I do want to remind students that we appreciate the fact that this is unfortunately this incident, but it has energized them to say, listen, maybe the adults aren't doing enough.
And so I would encourage you, if it comes to the walkout, to make a point that you work with high school administration to do something that can result in at least conversation that can get people thinking more about how they'll either react or things they can do to help deter them.
In case of an active shooter situation, what's the best way to react?
We always want to avoid, deny, and defend in this situation. So we always want to avoid the threat. We want to deny access, to wherever you're at. First off, it starts with the lights out, lock the doors, and out of sight. Most of the time, the threats that come in, they know that the police are coming, and there's a lot of us coming. As far as parents go, we do encourage parents to put out the fact that, our safety videos to our responses, they're not a secret. We encourage parents to be familiar with them too.
We're talking about the SRP video, so the safety protocol video. Are you guys planning on showing that again because of recent events?
Times change, and we made those about maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I think is when it was. And so there are a couple of things that we need to update in them. I know that Mr. Bagley and other principals here, we talked about, starting to show them, on the first day of school, and then the first day of your second semester.
Is there anything else you would like to say in regards to the students, the teachers, or the guardians of the students at LC?
I just want everybody to know that, I know that we've had, supposed threats, whether it was here at Lake Central or Crown Point, Munster, wherever it might be. It doesn't matter what school corporation it is. I would do everything I could. If I knew that there was a threat possibly at this school, we're not going to have school. And Mr. Bigley's not going to let that happen, and Dr. Veracco's not going to let that happen, and that goes for all of our schools and our corporation. We have to take all these threats seriously when it comes out, and so we want people to report